Hi, this is Wylie Aiken, founder of the law firm, and it's a great honor for me this week to interview our spotlight lawyer of the week, and I'm particularly pleased that it's Rich Cohn, one of my partners who just celebrated his 30-year anniversary with the law firm. So let's just kind of kick it off with, how is it you started working at Aitken Aitken Cohn some 30 years ago? Give us the events that kind of led up to that.
Once upon a time, I went to USC Law School back in 1986 to 1989. And after graduating from USC, I wanted to live in San Diego, actually. So I went down to San Diego and started working for a major corporate and an insurance defense law firm. And I really found out that I hated that. I started looking around for other work, and one of my best friends in law school, who is now my partner, Darren Aiken.
Oh, I know him.
Let me know that his father happened to have an opening at the law firm called the Law Offices of Wylie A up in Orange County, even though I didn't really want to move to Orange County at the time. And I met with you, Wylie. And you were in the middle of a trial. You spent the time interviewing me that night, and you offered me the job that evening.
Where'd you go to school?
So I went to UC San Diego for college, went to law school at USC, and finished law school in 1989.
What motivated you or played the most important role in the idea that you were going to become a lawyer?
I had an uncle who was an attorney when I was young, and I just thought he was the coolest guy ever. But he later became a judge up in Los Angeles, and he was my father's brother, and my father is an orthopedic surgeon, a doctor.
What area is the doctor background play a role in you deciding to go into the area of medical malpractice?
Absolutely. I definitely learned a lot of medicine growing up and just being around him, talking the language of medicine. You overheard conversations. He used to drag me around, to his office and hospital visits and so forth when I was little. So I really got the flavor of what it meant to be a doctor. I have to say, over the years in my medical malpractice cases, frequently reached out to my father and talked to him about our cases. And it's been actually a real joy to be able to share that with him.
What is your most memorable moment as far as cases are concerned, or whatever comes to your mind about your career? Your career has spanned 30 years, many multi-million-dollar awards, many amazing victories, and many clients you've helped. So anything memorable that pops up in your mind about some of those cases?
That happened when I was about 9 months old as a lawyer, and we were about to start our first trial together called John Chavez versus Dr. Altig. It was an anesthesiology negligence case that left our client blinded and brain injured. I will never forget the pressure of going into that trial and doing everything we possibly could to win. I'll never forget the tenacity that you taught me, the perseverance, the late nights, the undying requirement that we would win the case, no matter what it took for both of us. And when we did get our verdict, I just remember looking over at the client and his parents and just seeing the weight of the world lift off their shoulders. I just remember that.
I know how hard you work. I know how little time you have left after working, but what is it that you like doing outside of the office? Your hobbies? How do you like to spend your time?
I most enjoy spending my time with my family, with my wife and my children. I just love to do whatever they love to do. We surf, go to movies. We're simple, just very basic people. We enjoy our family time together. And I have to tell you, during this time of quarantine, you feel like, wow, you must get too much of that family, but I really haven't. I really have enjoyed being around them, my son, my daughter, and of course, my wife. So
Tell us something interesting about yourself, and I'm sure there are many, but that would kind of surprise people. Somebody said, I didn't know Rich Cohn did that.
sports-wise, I'm probably a better athlete than what people thought. I'm a really, really great skier and surfer, and I used to play a sport called ultimate frisbee a lot. And
Well, you've had an outstanding career, Rich, in the area of medical malpractice, but I know you've ventured and gotten some great results in other areas. Could you give us some examples of those?
a lot of people don't realize that I'm also a specialist in the area of personal injury on construction sites. In addition, I've done quite a bit of insurance bad faith and insurance coverage work, and have lectured extensively on the topic of, quote unquote, is the policy open, where we talk about whether insurance companies have failed to resolve cases within their policy limits and then open themselves up to bad faith liability. And I have spent a good deal of time on cases of that nature as well. In addition, I obviously do what everyone else does in the firm, the standard and unfortunately catastrophic personal injury matters and wrongful death matters. And I've handled countless such cases.